Hello and welcome to Cruise Addicted. This is Emma, and today I'm going to be taking you with me on a beautiful river cruise through the Rhine. So we had an early flight from Heathrow to Zurich and then an hour and 20 minutes transfer down to Basel, where we would find our ship, the Geoffery Chaucer, all ready and waiting for us. So this is our itinerary. We will be starting in Basel and cruising through the Rhine to Cologne. So we have been invited by Riviera Travel to sample one of their new itineraries for 2025 and 26, which was a gastronomy cruise. So my home for the week was cabin 316 on Diamond Deck. This is part one of the series for this river cruise. So this video will be highlighting the cabin, a little bit of the ship, and the first few ports of call, day 1, day 2 and day 3. So let me show you around this cabin. Made up as a double. This is one on Diamond Deck, so it's one of the upper deck cabins, and there are sliding doors. It's not a balcony, but you can have fresh air into the cabin and sit by the window there and just watch the shore sail by. I was on board for a week. There was ample storage for me. As you can see there was a dressing gown for me to use, and they also have an umbrella in the other wardrobe in case it's raining. One really good thing about this, it's a British plug sockets. It's for British passengers, so the plug sockets are British. The coffee machine with the little pods, they get refilled every day, and tea bags if you fancy a cup of tea in the morning, and there was a welcome bottle of fizz in the fridge for me, and there's also a safe to pop your valuables. There is a laundry facility if you'd like to get anything laundered through the week, same as on a standard ocean ship really, plus there's all the do's and don'ts and information, room service, lots of information to read when you get into the cabin. Fabulous bathroom. The shower is very powerful. They have all the toiletries provided for you as well. And there's a hairdryer, and it's actually quite a powerful one, so if you've got long hair like me, you'll have no issues. So I'll go into detail a bit more about the ship in the next video, but this is the lounge and the bar area. At the aft of the ship there is an extra restaurant. You can have your lunch here, or you can also have an evening meal here, but you do have to book. And there is a beauty salon. If you want to get your hair done or your nails done, then again book an appointment here. So the ship alongside us is just setting sail. This is the top deck, so lovely sunbathing area, a little putting green and a little plunge pool. And hey, that's me. After a busy day of travelling, it's time for our evening meal. So as I said, this is a gastronomy cruise, but not necessarily about the food that we're eating on the ship. That's more the experiences we're having ashore. So I just had a very light meal. We'd had a busy day travelling. That was a couple of options of food that we had on our table, and the desserts as well, just some ice cream. And we had quite an early night. We'd all had a very early start. So we actually didn't sail anywhere on day 1 and into day 2. We stayed alongside in Basel, and our first excursion on day 2 was to the city of Lucerne. This is the Chapel Bridge. It's 650 years old. This is in Lucerne. It's absolutely beautiful. They did have a fire in August 1993 that did damage quite an area on the bridge. It has been repaired, but you can still see some of the fire damage that was caused to it. But this is a beautiful bridge to walk across to take your photographs. It's just by the big Lake Lucerne. That's the water tower. This place is absolutely beautiful to wander around, sit and have a coffee. If you want to go and buy some Swiss chocolate, then you can get that all here. We had a lovely few hours wandering around this beautiful place. Here we have the Lake Lucerne with all the pleasure boats. You can take a ride over the lake if you want to. We just sat and had a coffee and just enjoyed watching everyone having fun on the water. It's just stunning. Hey, there's me again. They did samples. I can highly recommend exploring the chocolate shops. It was delicious. So after a beautiful morning spent in Lucerne, we were now back on our bus to head up to Stanserhorn. So we were going to be in for a real treat here. We had to catch this little railway to take us up to the foot of the mountains where we were to board the cable car. It's quite an unusual cable car and quite unique, so keep watching. So here we are at the world's first double-decker cable car with open top. It's absolutely brilliant. If you're not a fan of heights, then maybe stay in the lower level. But if you're happy with the heights and the fresh air outside, it's brilliant. The views are incredible. We did have a clear day, so we were very lucky, but I even think on a cloudy day when you get above the clouds, it's still going to be spectacular. Look at all the photographers here with all our group. We're having the best time. So here we are, getting to the top of the Stanserhorn mountain, and we're going to head off and have a look at the viewpoints around the top. Here we have come for our first gastronomy activity. There is a mountain restaurant right at the top, and they have a revolving restaurant, so you can sit and watch 360 degrees around the mountain whilst we have our lunch. So we've had a lovely time looking at all the views. This is me just enjoying some of the scenery, and behind me is the restaurant. So we're going to go inside and have our first gastronomy delight. So this is a macaroni cheese with potatoes in a local Swiss cheese, served in the similar style of a fondue, like a cheese fondue, but everything is in the pot. So it's all pre-cooked, so we don't have to cook anything ourselves. We just have to serve and have a local beer alongside, and it's very hot, this dish, but full of macaroni, local Swiss cheese and cubed potatoes. A huge dollop of applesauce is placed on your plate by your waitress, and you have some crusty bread too. So this is what I mean about revolving. I've put it on a time lapse here, so it's very slow, very subtle, but the scenery does change as you have your lunch. So all with full tums, it's time to head back down the mountain, but we're going to have a quick wander around beforehand and get some photographs and some video footage, and then jump back on the open top cable car and head back down the mountain. And there's me just enjoying the little train ride back down. So after a very long day, it's back to Basel to board the Geoffery Chaucer, and believe it or not, it's dinner time, though we're not that hungry. So another kind of a light dinner for us, something quick and easy to eat, and it's been another really great busy day. So after dinner we take a little walk along the dockside to the point at where the rivers meet. So this is the border triangle where Germany, France and Switzerland all converge. So overnight in Basel with a very early departure, I think we left about 6 a.m. from Basel to sail to Breisach on day 3. So let me show you breakfast on board. There are cooked meats, cheeses, fruit salads, pastries, or if you want an English kind of cooked breakfast, there's scrambled egg, bacon, beans and sausage. Lots of fruit juices too, teas and coffees. You could just help yourself, it's like a buffet style, but you can also order eggs Benedict that will be served to your table. So as we were going to be sailing for most of the morning, I thought I'd take advantage of the coffee machine in my cabin and have a coffee, open my sliding door and just sit and watch the river. Oh, this is such a beautiful way to travel. This was the beginning of August, so everyone was on holiday and they were enjoying sitting on the riverside and just having some fun. We arrived in Breisach just after lunch and straight on to our excursion down to Lake Titisee. So a drive through the Black Forest and you arrive at this beautiful resort called Titisee. So you can hire a boat here, play out on the lake. But this place is actually famous for cuckoo clocks. There are lots of cuckoo clock factories here, and also you can get a really great Black Forest gatto. So if you fancy some local flavours, then stop by the river's edge. There are lots of restaurants and cafes. You can get a huge slice of cake before you go and explore all the cuckoo clock shops, and there's also a Christmas shop here too. So much detailing in these cuckoo clocks. You can tell from the price. This one's €1,750. So yeah, they do have quite a price ticket on them. You'll see all the ladies in national dress here. They wear hats with red pom-poms. Time to head back to Geoffery Chaucer with a beautiful scenic drive through the Black Forest. Back on board ship, and it's time for our welcome party with the captain and his crew. So this has been part 1 of the River Cruises Gastronomy cruise on board Geoffery Chaucer. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to welcoming you back for part 2 when we continue this magnificent journey along the Rhine. We'd love it if you would like, share and subscribe to our channel. So this has been Emma, Cruise Addicted. Bye for now.